she's no longer a goddess. Okay, so they didn't clip her wing, and they got what they call the Holy Spirit. Now the Father's supposed to be a spirit too. So how in the hell you gonna have two damn Holy Spirits? If the Father is a spirit and the Father is holy, then the Father is also a Holy Spirit. Why you got so many damn Holy Spirit? That's like a whole. That's like that's only characteristics, but the true title is missing. Who the Son is supposed to be a Holy Spirit, okay? Before he come into the flesh. So yeah, you holy and you a spirit, but what's your title? Okay? And so they didn't demoted Isis from the Trinity. Okay, they didn't demoted Mary. She's not a goddess. Our Set was a goddess. So you can see right there, this is at Dendera, if I'm not mistaken. And this is at the Mimicry. And you can see Isis in the papyrus swamps feeding Heru. Okay, and you can see Mary and everything that they do, the Catholics do, they didn't copy from Egypt. And then you got to ask yourself, what do you really believe? Pope John Paul II reaching out to the Egyptian obelisk. And you got to ask yourself, if they really believed in one single God, why do they have Egyptian obelisks, the cross on top of it? Knowing damn well, unless they got what you call the Catholicism and Christianity from ancient Egypt. And I'm going to show you that that's exactly, even when you look at even the Protestant church, when you see the steeple with the cross at the top, they got it from the Catholics, because all it is, the steeple is only the obelisk. And you see, they put the cross at the top of the obelisk, so they put the cross at the top of the steeple. That's all that it is. And you see the sun windows representing a sun temple. That's all that it is. The very symbols that they got from ancient Egypt. And that's why I took you to Alexandria first, so you can see it. Now, when you look to the right, you see the Egyptian temple, which is the mother of the cathedrals, the basilicas, okay? The Catholic basilicas, and I'm going to show you that. And so in this particular basilica, the two obelisks that will be in front of the Egyptian temple is built right into the cathedral, okay? And this is symbolic all across Christianity. If you look at to the left, you see the Egyptian temple. I'm going to show you the pylons. That is also a part of the Church of Notre Dame, okay? I'm going to show you that. So you see that the obelisks are built right into the church as towers, okay? But they symbolic of the, and then when you come to St. Peter's, they got rows of obelisks leading up to the one in the middle, but they not they're European made, but they got a row of obelisks leading all the way down to the basilica, with the one true obelisk from ancient Egypt in the middle. Okay, and you can see even in the Taj Mahal that the towers on the sides of the Taj Mahal is obelisks. And you can see that's where they got the Indians got their Roman architecture from. Okay, that's the dome that come out of Rome. Okay, and so even today, Rome got so many obelisks. Okay, this particular obelisk right here is the largest standing ancient Egyptian obelisk in the world. It weighed originally weighing around 455 tons. It was taken from the temple of Amun in Karnak and brought to Alexandria with another obelisk by Constantine II, and brought on his own from there to Rome in 357 AD, okay, to decorate the Circus Maximus, okay, found in 3 pieces in 1587, restored by Pope Sixtus the Fifth, okay? It's restored by the Pope. Now, what the hell is a Pope restoring an ancient Egyptian obelisk? This one right here, this is the one that's at the Vatican. Okay, this is the one at the Vatican. This is another one. Okay, was erected at Circus Maximus. Okay, now this is another one taken from Heliopolis. Okay, and it was originally at Campus Martius. Okay, this one again. This was the Egyptian obelisk in Piazza della Rotonda in Rome. Okay, this one was originally one of a pair brought from Science by Diocletian. Okay, erected by Pope Alexander the Seventh. If I'm saying that right, I think it's 7. And then here you go, the last one, and they got some more. But I think those the ones they got were made. They were brought from Egypt, but they were made to be brought to Rome. They wasn't tore down. These were tore down from Egyptian temples. Okay, and then so they got about 12, 13 obelisks from ancient Egypt in Rome. Okay, so that should be clear evidence of how they venerated and worship ancient Egypt. Okay, here's another one. So we can go on, and you think it's just the one at the Vatican, and it's not. They got Egyptian obelisks all over goddamn Rome. So when you're looking at Osiris, you look at the crown, we get to the root of it. Because y'all trying to replace the god Osiris, and we're going to show you exactly who he belonged to. You understand that he is an African of African royalty, because all of the pharaohs took the crown of Osiris. If you look at the crown of Osiris, it's the crown of Upper Egypt. Okay, and so that's the most profound crown in ancient Egypt, the crown of Upper Egypt. And you can see that many of our people still wear their hairstyle today. You don't just make no crown like that for no damn reason. You know, people make hats based on their hairstyle. Okay, if you got a low haircut, you wear a do-rag. If you got dreadlocks, then you see the bag type where you can put your locks in, so you make a crown comparable to hairstyle. You know what I'm saying? So you can see that this right here, that Osiris came from the south, that he's of African bloodline. We know this, okay? And you could even see that one of the crowns, this is from Benin. You can see this before Christianity, before Catholicism, okay? They didn't went down in Africa, not just in Egypt, but also in West Africa, and saw divinity and saw royalty unlike they ever seen in their life. And they mimicked a lot of things from Africa that we didn't know. And then you got some nigga, instead of that man not, look just like the damn statue. Got the same, the hat is one and the same. There's no doubt about it. This is coming out of Benin, West Africa. You understand? One of the great nations of Africa. And so instead of that man, immolating his ancestor, as black as he is, he go and mimic the damn Pope. See, that's the sadness of it. And you see this crown that they got from Osiris. They got it from, now they got more than one crown, but this particular crown they got from Osiris. And the fact that Osiris, the African kings, was the first king that ever sat on the throne, showed the world how to sit on the throne. This was the first divine kingship. And so it's a political leader and spiritual leader. Spiritual leader. He wasn't divinely ordained. Constantine said God came to him in a dream, but that's some made up shit right there. Okay? From day one, the Pharaoh was not only the head of state, but he was the representation of Osiris. He was the Heru king. And so you see the so-called Peter sitting in Rome is nothing but a mimic of the great god, the great black god Osiris. Okay? Now, let me move through this. Okay? And so when you look at this white boy at the bottom, mimicking the black God, you know who he's mimicking. He know who the real and true living God is. He know that the black man and the black woman is the deities on this planet, but he ain't gonna tell you that because he know that after that, we come to that reality. The only thing for us to do is to assume power, to get his ass out of power. But he can't deny the truth. He cannot deny the truth, but he still want to stay in power because he know once he come out of power, he gonna go right back up into them goddamn cave where he come from. Not only is Osiris sitting on the throne, you can see he's under a canopy. This is where you get St. Peter's canopy from, okay? This is where you get the canopy from, okay? He's also under a canopy. If you look right here, you see the canopy. And so this is where you get the throne of Peter. Peter ain't got no goddamn throne. How in the hell Peter gonna have a goddamn throne? Hear me out. How is Peter gonna have a throne? Fuckers was outlawed. You see what I'm saying? They have been outlawed in Rome for up and goddamn till 313 AD. So where the fuck was his throne at? In the sewer? They was in the sewers, okay? They was in the goddamn sewers. So you're looking at when you come to the hall of Ma'at, when you come to the hall of Ma'at, you'll see Anubis and you'll see Heru with the keys to heaven. So St. Peter was said to have the keys to heaven, okay, which is another symbolism that was stole from Africa, okay? Now, here we go. Now, when I show you the layout of the temple, okay, now the aisle leading down to the canopy or the throne of St. Peter is called what? The nave, okay? The nave leads to the nos, and the nos is the Holy of Holies, okay? That's where the statue of the deity would be, okay? So this is to the right, that's the temple of Horus at Edfu. And in that nos, which is a small like sanctuary, would have been a statue of Horus. It's been removed, okay? And so, when they had their ceremony, they would, put the statue in the ark, and then ceremonially, the ark would be led down the nave, okay? And which you see the root is navigation, okay? Which is symbolic to the spiritual Milky Way, where the king in his afterlife, you will see him sailing in the if you saw Ra, you will see him in his celestial ark sailing through the Milky Way. And so this is symbolic of Heru taking